Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome back to another day of praying through the darkness. Our focus for our devotional this morning comes from Isaiah chapter 30 verse 18. The Lord waits to be gracious to you, and therefore he exalts himself to show mercy to you. For the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are all those who wait for him. Our topic for this morning is a God of justice. Now, this verse applies to a time when the Israelites just got tired of waiting on God. They were getting ready to go into battle with the Assyrian Empire. I hope I said that right. And rather than waiting on God, when he was ready or knew when the time would be right for them to move forward with him and conquer the people, they got restless and they decided that they would partner up with Egypt and their army so that they could feel more secure in being victorious. Well, this went against what God had planned for them. And so, as God has always done with his people, not only then, but even now with you and I, when we get impatient waiting on God and we decide to go ahead and do it on our own, yeah, we always get in a mess, don't we? I mean, I don't know about you, but as I tell you time and time again, I'm not a patient person. Even waiting on God many times has blown up in my face when I don't. So, with that, the Israelites went ahead and did their own thing. But you know the most beautiful part about it all is God let them do it. Just like he lets me do it. When I can't wait any longer and go on and do what I want to do anyway, he lets me, just like he did the Israelites. But at some point, we all have to stop and realize, just like they did, that we made a mistake. But you know what? God is a just God, because even though he knows we're not going to wait on him, and he already knows what the outcome is going to be, he also knows that eventually we are going to stop in our tracks and say, this was not a good idea. So in God's waiting on us to learn a lesson, he doesn't condemn us. He doesn't stomp his feet and rile at us when we come to him and say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. No. In God's own love that he has for us, his justice, God's justice, is one of compassion and mercy. Just like whenever we have to scold or discipline a young child, God does the same with us, but he does it with love. He, like I said, he doesn't, I told you so. Nope, that's not God's way. God reminds us that his way is perfect. His way has a reason behind it. His way is the perfect way. And even though we know that, I mean, honestly, we know that right here, but we allow, I'm going to be quite upfront and honest with you, because I'm saying this about myself just as much as I am about you. We allow the chaos, maybe the pressures from outside to push us to do things that we shouldn't do. And so when we come to God and say, man, I made a mess again, I did not wait on you, Lord, please forgive me for my disobedience. Show me, Lord. I am now ready to listen and to wait on you. That's all God wants to hear. God wants us to acknowledge when we have gone against his plan. And he wants us to know at that point as well that his love is never changing. He's not going to withhold it because we decided to do something on our own. No. His compassion and mercy, the justice that he gives to us, is not one of, what's the word I want? It's not like a sentence in which he withholds his love from us. No. God's love, I believe, multiplies because he only wants what is good for us. He only wants us to bask in his love and to know that what he has planned for us is the best for us. And that if we are patient, if we are looking to him for true guidance in our lives, there won't be any messes. So when you have impatiently moved forward with a decision, not waiting on the Lord, and realizing, that you've messed up, take the time, instead of going to God and say, why didn't this work out? I thought you were going to. Take a breath. Maybe acknowledge your own mistake in the mess that you've made. Like I said, I'm not only saying this to you, I'm saying it to myself as well. I am reminding myself that my impatience gets me into a whole lot of trouble. And when I do things, when my actions are not backed by knowing that this is the right course for me, but I move forward anyway, when I finally come to that realization that I've messed up, I know I can go to God and say, yeah, I made a mess of things, Lord. I need for you to hear my plea. I need for you to forgive my impatience, my impertinence of thinking that I knew what was right. Love me, Lord. Show your compassion and mercy on me, and help me to move forward out of this according to what you have planned. And we will all reap the benefits of his love, his mercy and compassion. That is the justice that God bestows on us. In his waiting, he knows that eventually we're going to realize our mistake and come to him. His justice at that point, folks, is not one of destruction or condemnation. No. His judgment always is love and mercy, helping us to realize that he's there with us. We just have to learn to wait on him. Father, in the waiting, hope can feel like barely grasping a flimsy wish, like holding the string of a helium balloon that at any moment could float out of my grasp, never to be recovered. In reality, hope is more like the roots going down into the soil. I cannot see how far they go, but they soak up the nutrients and cause the growth above the ground. Hope that is rooted in the soil of your love cannot be lost. God, you are not fickle. You are stable in mercy and steady in compassion. Your justice is better than any I've ever seen exemplified on this earth. Your pure motives qualify you to judge in an unbiased way. So as I trust you, I will not be disappointed. Nothing goes wasted in your kingdom. I will find in the end that you pulled everything off perfectly. Just one. You stand alone in wisdom and in love. So keep my heart intertwined with yours. so that I would not give up hope in your unfailing mercy. Keep me in the safety of your presence and fill me with your goodness. Give me the strength to keep walking with you. As I said, many times when we lose patience, and you know what I mean, when we lose the patience of waiting on God and go ahead and go with our own plans, we eventually come to the realization that this is not what God wanted. We have to step back, go to Him in prayer, and ask for, number one, forgiveness for our impatience. And then number two, ask that He be merciful and loving and guide us in the way that we should be with Him. As always, thank you so much for joining me today and listening to the words that were chosen for us from this little blue book that's put out by Broad Street Publishers. You will find a link for it down in the description box, as always, so that if you wish to add to your own devotional library, you'll have the link. You can go catch it. Or if you're looking for a special gift to give to someone. Please don't let the chaos of this world take control and push you into doing something that is not God's plan. Remember to hit that like button. Leave me a comment, if nothing else, just to say hi, to let me know that you were here. The same goes for those of you that have just joined me for this devotional for the first time. Please leave me a little comment, a little hand wave. I love to know who it is that stops in every day to hear these devotionals. And on your way out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Look for the bell with those cute little hugs on the side, because it'll notify you every time these devotionals pop up. Please remember that in the chaos of this world, in the uncertainty that is always there present before us, we're not alone. God is there, and He is always, always waiting and ready to take the reins and guide us through a wonderful day filled with His love. And remember, I love you too. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.